What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee with Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And Melissa Ford.
And it's your boy Giovanni.
And we have the one and only Metta World Peace in the building.
Hey.
Yeah, what up?
It's great to be here.
So
Unlocked. I like that.
Unlocked, Uncensored, and fucking unloaded.
Do it.
So in our previous segment, we just realized that actor Daniel Sunjata
Oh, for God's sake.
was trying to fuck Melissa Ford, but he has a girlfriend.
Can
and she found out and called her.
But wait, hold on. Can we just tone it down? He was trying to date me.
Okay.
I'm a lady.
You're Melissa Ford. He was trying to get
Right.
draws.
GTD, as Tommy from Martin would say.
What?
Get the draws.
So,
Get the draws,
so
okay.
you two have never met.
No, we've
No,
never
I just
met.
seen you. Obviously, your name is big.
We're both Scorpios too.
Yeah, I
Just
like
found
that.
out.
Yeah.
So what is the Scorpio thing? 'Cause
I don't like Scorpio. I mean, I would never date a Scorpio though.
I say the same thing
Scorpios
too.
are crazy.
Yeah,
We're crazy.
that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You both are different type of nuts because I know both of you.
Well, you know what?
Like your nuts is Daniel Sunjata.
No, you didn't know the old me. My temper used to be like yours. That scorched earth mentality
Really?
where everything that was in my way would be out of my way in 2.5 seconds because my temper. I went to jail 5 times.
But Leos and Scorpios get along, right?
No, they don't at all.
I get along with him and I get along with you.
Well, okay, so I should say in a sexual relationship, that's the only time it works out.
Yeah.
But and friendship, but a relationship, trying to make that shit. No.
Okay, so when I first met Metta World Peace, your name was Ron Artest.
Yeah, it was wrong.
So do you still, because, when I see you, I don't even call you anything. I just like, what up? Because I know you, but do you still respond to Ron Artest or only Metta World Peace?
Yeah, I do because people who know me for a long time, they call me Ron. And then sometimes people think I'm just joking when I change my name to Metta.
Uh-huh.
And he's from New York, and New York gonna be like, man, fuck out of here. Your name Ron, So,
because Floyd was talking about you last night, and he was saying that when you all, because Floyd and Metta are friends, and he's real supportive of Floyd. I saw you at training camp a few times, and Floyd was saying you supported, I guess, a basketball game or something.
Yeah, it was about 12 years ago.
Yeah,
Floyd had a charity in Grand Rapids, so he asked us to come out there to support it. So we went.
he said you brought people out there.
Yeah, he brought people out there, and we just did our thing, performed, and and I just thought it was just something cool. I just do that on the regular. There's no problem. If Floyd remembers that to this day. Oh no, he always brings it up.
Last night he was like he had my back. He was like that's a good dude.
Floyd's
right
memory is like a steel bear
crazy.
trap. Like he doesn't forget anything. He sees everything. It's really interesting. So,
yeah, good people though. Good people.
Yes.
Okay, so some of our past interviews, one of an NBA player, Matt Barnes, we interviewed. Did you see our interview with Matt?
I didn't see that one. Did
you hear
about it?
Shout out to my co-felon. There's only a couple of us.
Did you?
Me, him, and Stack Jack.
Wait, so did you hear anything about our interview?
No.
Okay, so he talked about the stuff with Derek Fisher for the first time here.
Oh, right.
Derek Fisher, you played with Derek Fisher?
Derek Fisher's my boy.
So what do you think
Wow,
of that?
so how did
What do you think about that? What do you think of? Okay, so Matt kind of recounted what happened.
Right.
He got a call from his kids. Kids mentioned that Derek was over there being daddy with the kids,
Right.
And Gloria, and then
playing Santa Claus, right?
and then drove over there and lost it. What do you think about that?
I think Derek should have called Matt and said, "Yo, Matt, I want to date Gloria."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what
Matt
said.
would have been like, "What?" And then he would have calmed down.
Yeah.
But Matt found out kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And Matt's crazy.
Yeah. And
So,
you have kids. How many kids you have?
I got 4 kids. I got people. They're not kids no more.
How old are they? Because we'll see that. I've known you for a long time. So last time I was at your house when you lived on the west side.
Yeah, they were babies.
They were little kids.
Yeah.
How old are they now?
They big, man. My daughter, 19.
Damn.
Wow.
And then my son, 17, 6'8".
Wow.
And then my other boy is 15 and a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, yeah, this was a long time.
The
ago.
one,
A long time
your
ago.
son that is 6'8", he's legitimately 6'8".
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's the one that just played.
Wait, how old is he?
17.
17.
6'8".
That's crazy. So he just played Shaq's son in what was the basketball game?
It was a game. It was like a preseason game, a Crossroads High School versus Beverly Hills. My son go to Beverly, and Shaq's son go to Crossroads.
Yeah.
And so they friends.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, so I saw Shawnee, and Shawnee was like, "Hey, what you doing here?" I said, "My son's playing." And she said, "Oh, they got to play against each other, because they like friends, And my son's always at their house, or sometimes Shaq's son come to my house.
Yeah.
So it was kind of bittersweet. And I'm rooting for Shaq's son and rooting for my son at the same time.
So
that's crazy.
So who are your NBA player friends off the court? Like, who do you spend time with and hang out with?
Super duper homie.
Yeah, I don't really spend time with nobody because I'm with my kids. My kids live with me.
Okay.
You know, so me and my ex-wife got a really good relationship, but my kids live with me. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know, running my business, but I got to be home. Mm-hmm. So I don't really have time. It's not that I don't want to spend time with my friends and my colleagues. I don't really have the time. I'm raising my children.
So, okay, so are you still with the Lakers now?
Yeah. I'll be back.
Okay, so it's official.
I had to earn it.
Okay, so I went to a few Lakers games. I've known Metta for a long time. Ron Metta, I'm telling you, I've known him so long. I just go to Ron. I've never asked for a ticket to the game, but I go to the games. I've seen you at the games, and you have a lot of new players on the team.
Yeah,
young players. D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, my little homie.
Okay, so I've seen you guys when I was at the games. I would see you all interacting, and you know you're like a vet, so I know you can kind of mentor and coach these people.
Right.
What did you say the day you found out that he secretly taped Nick Young and put that shit out? Because that shit was crazy.
It was crazy, but as a player, when you're on the team, everything's a joke. You know what I'm saying? So nothing's. But that was a little bit more serious. But my first initial reaction was just to make a joke because we got a game and we're family, you know. So
you can't be in your feelings.
Not too much because you got a game right at 7:30,
right?
You know, and then we got practice and we got to continue to get better. But at the same time, we addressed it, you know, with the young fella. You know, it wasn't all his fault. 99% of his fault.
It sounded like it got really contentious, like, you know, almost like he might have needed security in the locker room because...
Not, it didn't go that far, but yeah, people were upset, you know, because the locker room is where we just say what we want. I've done things that I'm happy that never got out.
Tell us about those things.
You know,
this is the kind of show that you tell those things.
But I've done crazy things in the locker room, and I'm so happy that it's never been on camera.
So was the locker room, was it tense to the point where people just really were uneasy or couldn't really trust each other? What was the team dynamic like?
The problem was he's young, you know, so he don't really know how to apologize, and we need to feel it, you know. So I don't think he's malicious. He just went about everything the wrong way, you know. So it was hard, you know, to even accept the apology at the time. And he's grown from that now. And you know, and him and Nick, they was playing today. You know, took a while to heal that. It's unfortunate, you know. Nick lost his wife though. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Well, engagement.
Yeah,
they were engaged.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know?
I mean. You know, I would say she was taking a lot of L's in the street anyway. I mean, it's not like her career was anything to go home and tell mom
She's
about.
a nice girl, though. I love Iggy. Iggy's
Shout out
great.
to her.
Yeah.
She's French's girl now.
Maybe.
Allegedly,
but
Maybe.
you know, this is Hollywood.
She did
She'll
not look
always
happy.
be Nick's girl to me.
She didn't look that happy on that yacht.
Gilbert Arenas doesn't want that to always be Nick's girl. Gilbert broke in his house and got to cut her out.
Oh yeah, Nick is crazy. Yeah, Gilbert.
You think Nick?
He's a clown. Gilbert should have his own show.
He should.
Yeah.
He needs his own show and like Unlocked Part 2 or some shit.
Yeah, no, we've been trying to get him up here, but he is he really just likes his Instagram.
He likes it, yeah.
He likes his Instagram. That's really how he likes to, you know, like let it, you know.
So on the team, you and I think Kobe really were like the vets of the Lakers, right?
Yeah, we was the old man with the canes and crutches.
No, but I mean in terms of like respected players, you've been around the block, you've had different controversial moments with fans and on your team. So like, does Kobe play a more active role in those conversations, like as a mentor, or does he just sit back and just watch it all play out?
Kobe ain't about no bullshit. Kobe's not about to get involved in some bullshit. You know, he's focused. He's into the game, and he's always been focused on the game. And that's why I appreciate playing with him, you know, for so many years. But, you know, that was definitely, it had nothing to do with Kobe. You know, he's on his way out. And it was only time for him to focus, you know, and have a good season, which he did. You know,
but last season was rough for the Lakers, though, right?
But for Kobe, it was great.
Yeah.
I thought he played well at times. And for the season, yeah, it was rough. We were young, but this year is going to be great. We got Lou Dang and, you know, Mozgov. We're going to have a great team. Lou Williams coming back. Great team.
Yeah, Jesse Buzz is a friend of mine. He's one of the owners of one of the Buzz family over there. I always text him when I see things. I actually only pay attention to the Lakers. I don't pay attention much to the Clippers or anybody else because I don't really know those folks.
It's all about the Lakers, though. Purple and gold.
Lakers games are lit.
They are lit.
They are so much fun.
I never been to a Laker game.
I've never actually seen a Laker game. Because,
You've never been to one?
No, I have been to one, but
Okay.
I never watched the game.
Right. You just go there to be seen. You dress up.
It is a fashion show. It's like
No. There's levels to it though, and I didn't even know.
Trust me,
so
I know.
when I would buy a ticket or when I would get a ticket from a Jesse or somebody, I said pretty decent seats, but so Floyd, the money team, they get the courtside
Yes.
experience. That's a whole different experience.
Yes, it
different
is.
experience.
Free drinks.
Yes.
And like really good food.
Yeah.
Backstage, whatever.
Well, Jack Nicholson and all the stars that are on.
You just have to
the
remember
court as
you
well.
can't do a lot of selfies during the game because people were texting me like, "Get the fuck off the phone."
I was always in a skybox. Like I was always in Magic Johnson's box. So.
Oh, see, once again, I've just never been.
So Jordan Clarkson, he's rumored to be dating a Kardashian. Are you guys worried?
You know what? When we found out last year, we're not worried. I was like, hey, congrats.
You're a Kardashian now.
Go make sure you get that clothing line popping. The Kardashians, when you mess with them, everything get popping. But then sometimes, they got the stigma. They got a stigma.
Lamar Odom.
They got
you
a
played
stigma.
Lamar, right?
Lamar, I grew up with Lamar. I know Lamar since I was 10.
Really?
11.
He's from New York?
From New York.
Yep.
Queens. Is he from Queens too?
From Queens, yeah.
Yeah.
From Queens. We know some of the same people. And I was disturbed. I actually came down really hard on the Kardashians. And me and Chris, we text often.
Chris is a
Sometimes.
nice person.
She is a very nice person, So we would talk just how you doing, whatever.
Yeah.
But when that happened, I was mad. When I found out Lamar almost died. So I kind of went on a Kardashian rant.
What was that
on the
conversation like?
No, on the media, I was just, I just went on a Kardashian rant.
On Twitter?
Because I didn't know, just on Twitter or somebody asked me a question. Because I didn't know what was happening. I just know my boy is on his deathbed. And, I just panicked. So I just blamed everybody, but it was totally, it wasn't their fault that, he was where he was at.
What do you think led to, I can't call it his demise, but, his...
One time there's a career, because the career is pretty much over as a player.
As a
Do you
player,
think he got caught up in the hype of being Khloe Kardashian's husband, and that just kind of...
It's hard to say. I never spoke to him about that, about like the Kardashians. When I see Lamar, it's all about, what's up? We go back to Queens and, get our little Queens lingo.
Yeah.
I'm never talking about the Kardashians, but, I think, sometimes that fame, you want it, and then when you don't got it no more, maybe, like what's happening?
I was just saying
I don't know.
I was just saying the other day, it's like a drug, like especially, because sometimes when we're out with Floyd, he'll say stuff like, he really doesn't like all the fanfare, but then we'll also go to places and do stuff that creates it. Kinda.
Right.
And it's almost like a drug.
People love them.
Yeah. I mean, everywhere. You can't go anywhere.
But you're right. I've always said, like, I've done interviews about how fame is literally like a drug. It's stronger than heroin. It's stronger than crack, even though I've never done those drugs, but I can only assume.
Is it stronger than Daniel Sanjada?
I'm going to fucking...
Damn, you almost made it through this segment.
I think everybody had a little, some type of
Once you
crack.
once you get bitten by the
Look,
bud.
if you smelt it, you did it.
Yeah. Wait,
I smelled crack a lot, so I had to have some effect on. It had to have effect.
I've
on
never
me.
smelled crack.
You never
before.
smelled crack?
No.
Crack
So you didn't do
I'm
it.
from Canada.
Are we talking about crack cocaine?
Crack cocaine.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I sold it. I was young. That's how I was taking all my trips back and forth to LA.
Okay, but wait, how do you two know each other? I mean, because you played for Sacramento Kings, so is that kind of where? Because you're from Stockton.
I think just in LA, like back in the day when I first moved here, that was like the whole big paparazzi social. Like LA was popping.
It was popping.
Like 10 years ago. Like it was popping. And
I was out.
he was out. Wait, with your wife at the time, her name was
Kimsha.
Kimsha.
Yeah.
Kimsha was no joke though. She was not like the
Kimsha,
basketball wife sitting at home.
That's my.
Y'all were like homies.
Yeah, I trust her with my life.
Yeah.
We got divorced, been together since I was 15.
Yeah.
32, we last 17 years.
They had a really dope relationship.
Yeah.
But then I fucked that up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What did
But
you do? You cheated?
I did all type of crazy shit. You know how niggas is.
Yes,
Niggas
we
is
do.
crazy.
Yes, we do. We've been talking about that today.
So sometimes, shout out to Daniel Sanjada.
Oh, for God's sake.
So like people think that you're crazy because you change your name and some of your antics, but I don't know you to be crazy.
Well, now that I know he's a Scorpio, it
Yeah.
all makes sense.
It's simple. I'm from the hood. I'm a hood ass nigga. But I do me in different ways. Like I sold my ring for charity. My only championship ring raised $700,000. Gave it all away because I do me. Like you ain't going to get a Metta World Peace in a suit. I'm not going to change for anybody. I do me. I'm from the streets. gun violence, drugs.
You're a rapper.
All type of shit.
You're a rapper.
I'm from the heart of Queensbridge where, Nas and Mobb Deep, like my peoples are still there.
Yeah, you so New York out here.
I'm a hood ass nigga. But at the same time, I evolved, and I love the streets. That's what people forget. They say, ever since the brawl, you change. No, did not change. I'm still repping the streets, but in a different way now. I'm older now.
And let me tell you, like, one of the reasons why I really like him. So, like, you can actually call on him for help and he'll help you. I called him one day. This is before Hollywood Unlocked even launched. I had an idea of Hollywood Unlocked. I was like, yo, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Hollywood people, everybody talking about they're going to do shit. So I called him and said, yo, I'm going to do this Hollywood Unlocked. He literally, the same day, emailed me with these rich-ass investors in the Silicon Valley, right?
Yeah.
The next day I drove up there. Like, literally got in my car and drove to the Silicon Valley and met with them. Like, people in Hollywood don't really help you.
No, they don't. And that's amazing. That's really awesome.
Selfless. It was like, yo, this guy connects. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. When I first saw the plan, I was like, wow, this is big.
Yeah.
This is big. I think it's going to be big.
Do you think people really don't get a chance to see that side of Metta? They're so used to seeing this, the emotional, the craziness.
Well, like if people don't understand something, they don't want to understand. They're going to judge it.
Yeah, right. Put a label on it.
Then put a label. Like for me, if I see a crackhead in the hood,
that's a crackhead.
My first initial thinking is, he need help.
Right. Oh.
Whereas somebody else
instead
might
of
see
judgment,
one, he crackhead.
Right.
I look at, hey, you grew up with your father? They're probably gonna say no. Or when I go teach classes at San Quentin and I talk to the lifers, you understand? And we talking about different things.
Right.
Whereas somebody else gonna say, just leave him in jail.
See, and Matt,
you see what I'm saying?
And when Matt was here, he talked a lot about how the media plays a big role in that. Like the media, he was saying, for him, there has to be a bad guy in the NBA. Like they choose, like there has to be the bad guys, there has to be the good guys. And when you look at what's happening with Colin Kaepernick and Ryan Lochte, Ryan Lochte was over in the Olympics, said he got robbed at gunpoint, lied, admitted to lying, got on Dancing with the Stars, and now you have Colin Kaepernick who's being attacked for standing up for his basic constitutional rights. What do you think of that?
I think it's great. Like me personally, I wouldn't sit down during the national anthem. Now, not because I'm not conscious. I'm very conscious. I'm very, very conscious. But I just wouldn't do it personally.
Why? Why not?
Just because, I don't feel like it's my job to do that. If people feel there's a problem with the national anthem, then handle it. If the United States or the majority feels a problem, then handle it. Figure it out. But my job tells me, national anthems, we stand up. And I've been standing up for rights for a long time. So I'm kind of like.
So standing up for the national anthem doesn't mean that you don't stand up for other rights that are important to black people.
Absolutely. I'm like I said, I'm from the streets. I rep the streets and I'm always doing things to try to uplift the streets. But what Colin did was great. I feel like, the only other thing I can think of is Muhammad Ali.
It was brave. It was really, really brave.
And I think he deserved that spotlight too. Everybody's trying to jump on the bandwagon now. I mean, he started that, and I respect it and I support it 100%.
So even though you may not do it because it's not right to you,
you
still support that it's his choice to do it, and it's cool if he wants to do it.
I think so. And if you look at the third verse in the national anthem, it's crazy. I don't know if you ever read the third verse. I
haven't.
I'm Canadian.
It's 4 verses.
Yeah.
And the third verse, it make you throw up, because they talk about slaves and different things like that. So I'm very conscious. I know a lot, but at the same time, I feel like if people had a problem with the anthem, all right, they handle it. I don't feel I have to be the one to handle it. But Colin, what he did is really good.
So when I first knew of Ron Artest before Metta World Peace is when you beat that fan's ass in the stands.
Yeah.
Was that you just keeping it street, like really on you're disrespecting me, so I'm gonna come to you? Because I think at times, especially with celebrities, because I see even Floyd.
Yeah.
Floyd will be walking by and people will yell the most disrespectful shit.
Yeah.
Like his kids will be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not the whole room of people, but it'll be like somebody that'll come up.
One heckler.
Pacquiao should have beat your bitch ass, and his kid is right there. But Floyd literally just tunes it out.
His bitch ass. Whoever said that.
So how do you? So was that? Do you think that kind of? So with that situation, was that pretty much just you weren't going to take any shit from?
It's just that I'm not gonna let nobody hit me in the face.
Yeah.
You can't just throw something at me and then think like we're good. No, we're not good right now.
Okay, wait. So Ron, just because it happened in
2000,
sorry, Metta.
Metta.
Just because it happened in 2004, we got to draw a picture for our millennials who might not remember.
That's great.
Or might not know.
I
mean, first question is, does it bother you to talk about it?
People ask the question all the time, so I'm fine with it.
Because it was, I'm sorry, I'm going to fan out for a second.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. I'd never seen anything. I had never seen anything like that before in my life. And I remember I was like, I was in a sports bar and it happened I was like, oh my God, this is really happening. Oh my God. It was so amazing. So anyways.
I didn't think it would escalate that much. What happened was when a guy threw the beer at me.
It was a fan. You were playing for the Pacers at the time.
Right.
You guys were in Detroit. In Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit.
Okay, so it was a Detroit.
Wait, he threw
fan.
a can of beer?
It was a cup. It was in a cup.
Yeah.
They hit me in the face.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's what started the fight. Was a Detroit fan.
People think I started the fight.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Right. So okay, and then that happened, and Jermaine O'Neal is in it, and Steven Jackson is in the fight, and
it was bad. We lost so much money that day.
They call it malice in
the palace.
We lost so much money.
The biggest suspension in history.
Yeah.
86 games.
It was crazy.
Was that 86 game suspension?
Yeah.
86.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah. Rest of the
all the bread.
All your bread.
I lost like $7 million. Then Steve Jackson lost like 2 or 3. Then Jermaine lost about 1. And everybody was losing money.
How he just casually said he lost $7 million. My fucking spirit.
He just lost $1,000 last night. He was
no, I didn't. No, I didn't lose $1,000.
Okay.
Floyd took $500 of my dollars and threw it, and there was another $500 wrapped up in it. And I was like, bro. He was like, don't worry about it.
So did that $7 million cover like fines too, or is that just what your pay was that they took?
They just took everything, man. They took everything, man.
What was you doing in that 86 games off?
During that time, I was like focused on the music. Like I said, I'm from where MC Shan, Roxanne Shante. I don't know if y'all know her. She used
of course, legendary.
Definitely, yeah.
Roxanne. She used to babysit me when I was a baby and wash me up.
Out.
Oh wow, really?
That's hilarious.
Roxanne, Capone, CNN, Capone, my cousin, Nature, Wild Gremlin. So I'm from that area, so they inspired me. Mobb Deep, like when my cousin used to sell drugs on the 3rd floor. Mobb Deep lived right next door.
No way.
To where my family used to sell drugs at.
Your 6 degree of separation with people is small.
I just got myself like a Nino Brown, convertible Wrangler, and all I've been playing is like Nas and Mobb Deep and Eric B and Rakim. That's all I've been playing. And everyone's like, "Why are you playing all this old school music?" I'm like, "Because it's amazing."
I never played Eric B and Rakim. Never.
Really?
I know they're legendary, of course.
I ain't no joke.
Rakim is in the new Sprite commercial, right? Is it Rakim?
Yeah,
that's Rakim.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you're Metta World Peace, you literally change that on everything.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's
my
your
license,
name.
passport.
So do you want people to call you Metta or Metta World Peace?
Well, it just depends. I be having fun with it, honestly, sometimes. Because people, when I'm on stage, I be like, Metta World.
No, because there was
that sound dope on stage.
There was the rumor. I remember I called him one day because there was a rumor that your name was changing to something else.
The Panda's Friend.
The Panda's Friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I said to him, I go, are you really going to change your name to Panda's Friend? He was like, no. But you let people run with it for a while.
I let him run with it, yeah.
Where did
Somebody
that come
just
from?
started a rumor, like, I changed my name to Panda's Friend. Like, he's crazy. He changed his name. It was getting a lot of buzz. So I'm like, all right, let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
So Melissa, you were going to ask a question.
Yeah. So I want to read a quote and tell me if it's accurate or not. Changing my name was meant to inspire and bring youth together all around the world. It's a traditional Buddhist word that means loving kindness, friendliness towards all.
Yeah.
That's correct.
That's correct. This dude from the hood was inspired by Buddhism. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and there's things they didn't teach us. All I had was baptism, Baptist church, and that's why I grew up in the Baptist church. But when I got exposed to different things, and learning about chakras and learning about meditation, things they didn't teach us when we needed that. Times a lot of my boys needed that different look, spiritually.
Would you? So great.
No, it's good, and it worked, and I like it. And I'm a big fan of Buddhism, but I'm not Buddhist though.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. If you were a Buddhist, or so you just believe a lot of the fundamentals.
Buddhist is when you're doing the Namya Renge.
So you don't chant.
there's different sects of Buddhism.
But isn't that Namya Renge?
That's Nichiren Daishonin Buddhism. And
but isn't that what got Tina Turner?
Yes, that's the chant.
I don't like the chant. I don't like, but I do have a singing bowl.
Okay,
I'm really big on my singing bowl. It's a quartz crystal, and you put water in it, and You go purifies.
Is it
the water,
because is it peaceful? Is it just peaceful?
Yeah, it kind of centers you. You know, humbles you, it centers you. It's really cool. You know, you got to stay grounded as possible. I like it.
So there's a few wild moments of Metta World Peace history that I didn't know about until today.
So many.
I swear people think because I'm friends with folks that I be digging all in their business and then I'm like trying to fit. Like I just
no,
got
it's
to
no,
okay.
it's just.
Is it true that one day
at the Circuit City
you applied for a job at Circuit City to get an employee discount?
Absolutely.
Wait, but were you already rich then though?
I just got drafted to the Bulls.
Okay.
So I had a little bit of money, but I wanted that discount. I got a lot of DVDs.
But did you seriously apply? Like you seriously wanted
the job? I got the job. I had to fill out the paperwork.
Wait, you were a Chicago Bull working at Circuit
City. My little thing. Right
did you
there.
have a name tag?
Hell yeah, I got a name tag.
Did you actually get on the floor and serve customers?
You need help? Absolutely.
Really though?
Stacked up car system, DVDs, everything 50% off. It's crazy.
That is
and
funny
how long
as
did you
hell.
do that? How long did you do that job?
A couple days.
So
I got
basically,
the discount I got.
so basically, after you got all the shit you wanted, you were out.
I was out.
True story. When I moved downtown, I don't live there now, but when I moved downtown LA, I sent my business partners to Best Buy. I think I told the story, to buy all the TVs. We bought like 8 big 60-inch monitors for the office and everything. And then no, I can't really tell the story because I'm gonna go to jail. Okay, all right. Okay, so you admitted to drinking Hennessy during a halftime game.
I was at a spiraling downwards type of time in my life, and I was doing a lot of different things at that time that an athlete should not do that I don't do now. That's why I'm able to play 18 years and make it to 20 years. But back then, 19, 20, I was reckless, man.
Do people drink while they're playing basketball?
Hell no, you're not supposed to. One guy I seen do it in the Rucker Park. Guy named Terminator. He would drink Valentine, like a malt liquor.
In the NBA?
Nah,
No,
Rucker Park.
Street basketball.
Okay.
He would drink that. We drink water Gatorade during timeouts. So he'd drink malt liquor. He'd get 40. He'd nice. He'd be drunk at 40. And but you know, I was going through a lot at that time, and then I was just reckless. You know what I'm saying?
You got suspended for asking for time off to pursue an R&B career.
Rap.
Is that true?
It was an R&B.
It was rap.
That's not why I got suspended. After the brawl, I was still mentally unstable. You understand? So
mentally unstable, clinically, or just like you feel like you had a lot going on?
I was. Well, you can say clinically if you got diagnosed.
Okay.
But I didn't get diagnosed. But I've had a lot of shit going on in my head.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted time off from NBA. I didn't want to play, and then I just came off the brawl, so I didn't want to go back to Detroit. So I was really fearful of going back to Detroit that year because I just got suspended. I felt everybody in the world hated me, so I'm like, I want to retire. Damn. So I actually put in my paperwork to retire. I was calling the NBA at 23 years old, but and then I got in trouble, and that's why I got suspended.
I didn't know. Did you really choke Kobe Bryant?
I never choked Kobe Bryant. Kobe won't let you choke him. Kobe will choke you first. He tried to choke you.
Really? Kobe. He seems like a really peaceful person. I don't know. Okay, so let me see. What else?
But wait, question. Did you go to therapy since you say that all that stuff was going? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Absolutely. I ain't afraid to improve myself. I did a lot of therapy.
That's a Scorpio quality.
Yeah, you got to get it in. You got to be, you know.
We rise from the ashes.
Yeah.
Do Leos rise from the ashes?
No, you don't.
Because we don't ever fall to the ashes.
No. We are the sign of death and rebirth, okay?
Yeah.
I will die tomorrow, rise from the ashes, and you won't know me, motherfucker.
I bet you Daniel Sajada's girl don't do that.
I hate you.
So when you pants Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Are you guys cool now?
Paul's my boy.
Okay. Did you pants him on television? I don't know this.
Live on TV.
Wow.
It might have been playoffs. I don't know.
And you just did it because you're like, fuck it.
He was scoring. He's busting our ass. I had to do something.
You get in trouble?
I think I got a tech.
What is that?
Technical foul.
Technical foul. Free throws.
Yeah. And then you sang an apology to him?
Yeah. That Best Damn Sports Show when they had that show. That was a great show.
It was a great show.
Okay, so we're gonna play this reckless game. We don't even have a name for it yet because we literally just started.
Is it fun?
Today. It's fun, but it's messy.
Okay.
And
super
for whatever
messy.
reason, I feel like this.
Do I need to move my sandwich?
In fact, I'm gonna let Melissa ask these questions because I respect. Oh shit.
On the next episode of Niggas.
Put all those questions in there. I'm not a nigga. Told you that. Negro.
Okay, Negro.
Light-skinned.
With Negro tendencies.
This is for Metta, by the way.
Okay, this is for Metta. This is very interesting questions here, Destiny. Would you ever have sex for money? If so, what's your number?
Yeah, I've been asked that question a lot.
Really?
And I mean, I won't have sex for money. I have for free. I guess.
I got the money.
No, I'm just definitely not having no sex with no man for money. I won't do that. People ask me that question.
I would.
I won't have sex with like an old 90-year-old lady for money.
then that's a good one.
But
You
see, it's
won't.
different
So there's no number.
These questions are not. That
This is
doesn't
hard
apply
because
to somebody who's
he
not
got money.
economically challenged.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. Well, then, Gio, would you?
This is true.
But I have a lot of great sex with my girlfriend, so I don't really need that.
I was gonna say, because people, there's the rumor about us Scorpios.
Gio needs to have sex to fix that phone of his.
Yeah. Well, this is my other phone. You're right. I would have sex for money. Yes.
And what would your number be, Gio?
Shit, right now, 150 to fix my goddamn phone. And it would have to be a girl. Yes. No.
Jason, you've already answered that question. And if anybody wants to know, no, I'm not having sex for money. Thank you.
Let's $1 million cash.
No.
Money, T-Money.
What?
Money.
Go ahead.
What did you say? No, comprende. All right. Okay. I like this one.
Metta.
I like this one, Metta. Okay.
Let's do it.
What is your weirdest sexual pleasure?
My weirdest sexual pleasure?
Yeah, what's your fetish?
My girl gonna be mad at me.
Gio likes 70s pussy.
Yeah.
He likes it like bow chicken wow wow down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
What the hell does that mean?
It means like
Harry
buckwheat in a leg lock. Yeah, buckwheat in a leg lock.
I'm gonna sit this game out.
Shit.
Not that
We
crazy.
know you like them slippery and hairless.
Continue to ask him the question.
Yeah, I wonder what my girl would think about that.
I like that you're thinking about what she would.
I have to, because I'm going to hear it from her. You like that? Don't tell nobody. I'm casual.
Yeah.
I like it simple, fundamentals.
She likes missionaries.
I like
her favorite
fundamental sex.
position.
Well, I mean, weirdest sexual pleasure. That's not weird.
No, but
People would say that was boring.
As fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like-
Fuck you. It's intimate, okay?
Can't be intimate with everybody, though.
okay. Back to Metta.
I like sex during R. Kelly songs, though.
Okay. Well,
So basically, you piss on people.
I'm not going to piss on you. but we going to wait till the damn album's over. I love goddamn R. Kelly. R. Kelly, man, he made my first baby, man.
Really?
I named my daughter Sadie.
Wow.
Oh, because it's the
Real
album.
talk.
Yeah.
That was the last song in the album.
Floyd do got a real
Oh,
crazy R.
God.
Kelly mix playlist or whatever.
My favorite song on R. Kelly's Exit.
Never heard that one.
It's Exit?
Exit, yeah, it's so dope.
I can't recall.
Oh my goodness.
He's just got such a huge library of music.
You got babies?
I have none.
Don't listen to Exit. You will
Okay.
be pregnant.
Trust me. No. There is nobody to, I've got a steel bear trap down there.
Daniel Sunjata.
I'm going to fuck you up. Okay.
Daniel
all right.
Sunjata.
Stop it.
Okay.
This is for all of you guys, but Metta, we'll start with you. Tell me about your first sexual encounter. Because that's always very interesting.
My first one.
What were you, like 9?
No. I had sex first time I had sex at 15 years old. With Kimsha.
Really?
Oh, wow.
she's the
That's
first one I had sex with.
awesome. Oh,
And
that's cute.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I remember just not being able to find any type of entrance.
That sounds like mine too. I was like, that can't be the hole because that will hurt. So no, let's not do this.
Yeah, I was.
God, we're getting to know a lot about you today.
Actually, I lost my virginity when I was 16 to a woman who was much, 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 much older than me.
Like 45?
No, she was like 27.
Okay.
She
That's
paid you.
not
She
much,
paid
much,
you for
much.
it.
Huh?
She paid you for it.
No, the thing is, she
kinda raped you.
was a family member, a friend, and she would take me to school every day.
Yeah, no, she raped you.
Because she would pass my bus stop, so she would just drop me off. And
So
then
we're gonna let you know today that
That's
you were
dope,
molested.
yo.
No, I wasn't.
That's
You just
rapey.
discovered that you were molested on
Listen,
the air.
that's very,
Stick.
it's very rapey.
Listen,
very
well, if it's
rapey.
rapey, thank to her, I know how to
Rape-ish.
eat some good pussy now.
I don't understand why these kids be telling on the.
Yeah, like what the
I don't want to get into that. I'm kind of
On the teachers?
I don't know.
There's this new teacher. There's this new teacher in the news for how she dresses. I don't know if you've seen it.
she's
I saw her.
She's gorgeous.
I saw her.
I'm
She's
going
in
back to
Atlanta
fourth
for anybody
grade.
looking for her.
Of course she is. Of course she is.
What's
Okay,
her
Jason, what's
address?
your...
I'm not sitting in this game
Why?
because. So that's the next question.
You're such a spoil sport right now.
Yeah, you have to get in the game.
Look what you did to me today.
Daniel Sunjata.
Okay. See? Fucker. Hold on.
Sanjata. He sounds Indian.
He looked Indian-ish.
He's not.
He's not single either.
Okay. We asked this so you guys can sit this one out, Metta. This is just for you. What's the longest that you've ever gone down on somebody?
That's crazy. Because I thought you were about to say the longest you ever had sex, but you just switched the whole thing I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I would say like an hour and a half.
You guys
put that work in. You know what I'm saying? Gary,
she said she'll only give a man head for 12 minutes.
I said
15 minutes.
12 to 15 minutes.
That's not
Listen,
even.
There's a lot more work involved when we do it.
No commercials.
There's a lot more work involved when we do it.
No, because you could bang it on your head for 5 minutes.
Our mouth hurt too.
What?
Our jaw start to hurt too.
Yeah, it do.
Okay,
If you're doing it right.
There's a lot more work that goes into our neck muscles, like jaw.
That's a muckle.
It's a muckle.
Neck muckles.
English. Shout out to public education.
Shout out to that teacher in Atlanta.
Yes, please come over here and educate these fools. I can't.
Yeah, that's good though.
Oh well, this one is good for your the years you spent in the NBA.
Get it out, Melissa.
Right.
Shut it.
Please don't mention NBA and anything that these questions.
Okay, sorry.
NBA,
well, what is the most amount of people that you've had sex with at one time? Like same day.
I'm definitely not going to answer that one.
Okay. He has limits.
I can't answer that one.
People gonna start looking at timelines and where was he at?
Okay, last question, and this one's a good one. Okay, and this is for all of you. Metta, of course, we're starting with you. What was the last lie you told?
The last lie? Mm-hmm. Shit. The last lie I told. I mean, a long time ago. I told a lot of lies in my life.
You could have told like your youngest child Santa Claus. If she's not good, Santa Claus won't.
No, we keep it real at my house.
Okay, there's no Santa Claus. All right, gotcha.
My house is like crazy. Like, if my son's an asshole, you're an asshole. I told my daughter, my 11-year-old daughter, you're an asshole. She says, "Why, Dad?"
See, this is proper parenting. You got to be honest with the kids.
You got to be honest with the kids.
Oh yeah. I have one. I will be.
I can't. I don't really know.
You seem pretty.
Oh,
okay.
No, I can't.
Gia, what's the last lie you told?
I was just thinking about that. See, like when me and my girl make passion, like, and like I tell you, like I don't come a lot, so she keep asking me, "Have you been jacking off?" And I say no.
And you were lying.
Lying. So yeah. So pretty much that's my lie all the time.
Gotcha.
We learn a lot on this show about it.
I keep it real, man.
You gotta keep it real. You gotta keep it real.
Man.
What about you? What about you, Melissa?
This is only sexual lies, or it could be any type.
No,
of
anything.
Any type of lie.
Anything. Mine just be sexual shit.
I don't lie.
That's a lie right there.
Right.
That's the last lie I told. There you go.
Hey, that was a good one. I see what you did there.
Yes, and Jason.
So, Diamond Wave, you have a new album out. Tell us about it.
It's fun, man. I enjoyed it. I got my artists, Southside Trey, Piff, Queenswood Projects, Deacon, Lady Smiles. And we've been at it for a long time. There's a lot of us, actually.
So you have multiple artists on your label?
There's multiple artists and a lot of family. Crown Fam, Down Block. It's just Queenswood's the biggest federal housing project in America, so pretty much everybody in the hood. And but so I put out Diamond Wave for my artists on there.
What's your label called?
It's Say So Entertainment.
Say So Entertainment.
It's a management company.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't have a label anymore. It's the management company, and you don't really need a label these days anymore.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a management company, and so we just put out music, put the artists on a couple of the records. We do a little performance, couple shows. It's fun. I love it. It's fun.
So is it something that you're pursuing seriously, or is it a passion project, or is it something that you're just doing as a hobby?
My first rhyme, Nature wrote in 1997.
Nature.
I was Nature from the Firm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he from my block, and so that's when I first started to get into rap, and then I wrote all the rest of my rhymes from there. But I've been doing it since 99. I dropped my first song, I think, like 2001. And it was just fun for me at the time. I didn't have time to really focus on it because I was playing ball. But now I have a little bit of time to focus on it, and so Diamond Wave is actually pretty dope. And it's something I like to do. I like to do shows. You know, I love being on stage.
I wonder there must be a movement because there's this other basketball player that was trying to date Melissa named Damian Lillard.
Oh, Damian? Yeah, Damian's dope.
And what?
Hot seat.
I'm just blowing up your seat. But he's rapping now, right?
Yeah, Damian.
And they say he's pretty good.
Damian's dope. Iman Shumpert is really good. These are just basketball.
Oh, Iman raps?
Iman's dope.
Really?
Yeah, he's great. He's a really good rapper, and he's really good at directing his own videos and stuff. He's really talented. Who else? Steven Jackson. Nice. A couple guys out there. Elton Brand, but he never put out his music.
What'd you think about Shaq as a rapper?
Shaq Fu.
Outstanding was dope. Biological Didn't Bother was dope. The song with Biggie, that might have been Outstanding. That was dope. The song with, he had some dope ones. My favorite song of all time must be The Money, Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Was hard.
That's a classic.
He was making the rain
back in the day.
Way before Lil Wayne, everybody making it rain.
Well, Shaq just remade the Tiana Taylor Fade video. What did you think about that?
That was hilarious.
A mess.
Hilarious.
Shaq is funny. He's a great rapper. He's very funny.
He's comedic for sure.
Yeah.
He sold 2 million records.
Really?
One album went platinum, then the other one went platinum.
Really?
Two platinum albums, yeah.
Shaq had a platinum album?
Two.
Damn.
Yeah.
But that's probably back before the digital download, that's back when we probably had Tower Records and all that shit.
Don't forget Kobe. Kobe had a little
Kobe's
rap.
dope. But Kobe don't want to put out music.
Funny story.
Hold on, I have a quick question before we go to that. What do you think about them? Because I have my own opinion, but I want to know what you think first. What do you think about them remaking, what's the movie
Space Jam?
Yes. With LeBron. What do you think about that?
I think it's dope, but I'm not in it. Shit.
I mean, I kind of feel like Space Jam was a classic.
It's a classic.
You know, like, I don't know.
I think it's going to be dope. LeBron's funny.
So who's a better player, LeBron or Kobe?
I would say Kobe. Because Kobe, you put them at the same age, match them up, you're probably going to go with Kobe. But you can't really compare basketball plays because it's different eras. It's just so hard to compare basketball plays. But people want to do it all the time.
Yeah.
But you can't do it.
When I was at the last Lakers or the last game I went to, I was just kind of looking like there's so many skilled players on the court. Do you all study each other's, like, how you all play to know how you're going to play against each other, or do you just go and play the best you can? Right.
You just pretty much like Floyd. Floyd just does what he does, right?
Yeah.
And some guys study, like LeBron studies. I think Kobe studies. But I don't like to study guys personally. But it's better if you do study. You're much better back a basketball student.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you study.
So last season, Aisha Curry, she was really active on Twitter, and she caught a lot of heat for saying that the NBA was racist, and you came out and said rigged.
Yeah.
But didn't she say it was racist?
No,
Not racist.
she said rigged. It was rigged.
Okay. And you came out and spoke against that.
Yeah, I had to.
And you said, why did you feel you had to speak out against it?
Like when she said it's rigged, first of all, I'm a big fan of the Warriors. I love how they play. And she said it's rigged. It's not rigged. Draymond Green got suspended. Bogey got hurt. And if Draymond Green doesn't get suspended, the Warriors win the championship. Flat out. They'll win it. But he got, so she said it's rigged because they had some adversity. And it's not fair, just because, a team was losing that you say it's rigged. So I didn't direct it at her. Like, I didn't say her name because.
But did you feel like you were speaking on behalf of the NBA? Just to defend it?
Behalf of, people that work hard to win.
Right.
Because last year, who was hurt? Kyrie Irving was hurt and Love was hurt. And then the Warriors won. And it wasn't rigged at that time.
So do you think her taking criticism for speaking out, I mean, because a lot of people were saying as a wife of a player, your role is not to speak out publicly.
Yeah, they were telling her to have a
She's
stadium
great.
of seats.
I love it, actually. That one particular, comment, I wanted to speak out on, but I think it's great to have somebody support you like that. I think she's great. Yeah, I like it. I like when she talks. It's funny.
Yeah, she's fiery.
Yeah,
she's great to have in
Steph,
corner.
I know you said it doesn't make sense to compare players, but people keep saying now that Steph Curry is the new Kobe.
I don't know about that.
No?
I would say no because it's a different era. Like when Kobe came in, the league was rough. I came in 99, Kobe 98, 97. At that time, you had Oakley. You still had Barkley. You had Jordan. You had Dale Davis, Antonio Davis. The league was rough.
Yeah, that was when it was fun.
Allen Iverson, I think.
So I don't really watch. I haven't watched basketball.
Yeah.
So, but Floyd said the game has changed like significantly, like especially like when Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson, that whole era. Like he said, the game's gotten really faster.
It is faster and it's not as much contact.
It's not as physical.
Yeah.
Like they used to play like football players.
Yeah.
Really?
Like that shit was so awesome to watch. Now they're like fucking pansies. Like they're flopping all over the place.
Yeah, it's really bad.
You know, present
Oscars.
company excluded. I'm sorry.
It's really bad.
But it's just love.
But why did it change?
I don't know.
Everything just became a fucking flagrant and technical foul. You know?
Yeah, they wanted it to be like overseas. Because a lot of guys couldn't deal with the American basketball players, especially came from overseas. But they want to get into that market. The only way to get into that market is if you change the rules a little bit. So they went to zone. It used to be just man to man, and they went to zone because overseas players they couldn't really keep up with the physical play. Only some of them, like Tony Kukoc, Drazen Petrovic, but then the majority they couldn't keep up with American players.
So, what advice do you have for people who may be listening who are fans of yours in the NBA that want to one day be in the NBA? I have a friend right now who's trying. I mean, his hardest to get in the NBA. What advice do you have for them?
It's hard. It's only 400 spots. And every year somebody trying to take a spot. Every year I gotta take somebody else's spot. They're trying to take my spot. It's only 400 spots. It's not. So you gotta really like dedicate your life. And if you got 1,000 people dedicating your life, you still might not make it. So. Right. It's tough.
Is it possible to make it into the NBA? Because I know most people that make it to the NBA has kind of been scouted probably in high school or college.
Right.
Is it possible to make it to the NBA after college or if you're not in school?
Yeah, you can because people, they want the talent regardless. So you got to keep finding out ways to, like YouTube is good. Going overseas is good. Playing locally is good. Drew League is good. A lot of those different places is good for you to get seen and go to the next level. There's 2 guys from LA that was street ball players, sort of. And now they're in the NBA.
Wow.
And they was playing in the Drew League. They winning championships, and they got recognized. They were really good. A guy named Casper Ware and another guy. And now one's playing for Dallas. And they gave him a nice contract.
Are you familiar with Jordan Crawford, Jay Craw, who's on the money team from the D League? Are you familiar with him at all?
He played in the league for a long time.
Yeah.
Played in China.
Jordan Crawford, I don't know. He's young cat.
He young?
Yeah, he's young.
He on the money team?
On the money team.
They signed him?
I believe so. I'll send you stuff.
College? You just came out of college?
Nah, he's been playing for a little while now.
Right now, I know. Is it dark skin?
Light skin.
Nah, I don't know him.
He's good.
He's
really short though.
Okay.
He's super short.
I don't know him.
He's playing on the Knicks D League right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're right. And I'll send you stuff. Okay, so we got to go. But where can people find you and your music?
So I want my boy Southside Trey.
Hey, Southside.
Shout out to Southside Trey in the cut.
And we gonna play his record Sauce. Are we playing Sauce? We gonna get into Sauce, and right now, just you go to Southside Trey on Instagram, on Twitter, and you go to the Metta app, MettaWorldPeace.com. You'll find us, but we be always supporting each other. So definitely holler at us. iTunes, Diamond Wave.
Wait, and before you go, can you just spit a quick bar? Just a quick bar.
Yo, let my boy get a quick bar.
Go ahead.
Okay, Southside Trey, come on.
You got bars? All right, let's get some bars.
Always got bars. Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Yo. Look. That's a beat playing? Yeah, take the beat off.
It's Sex With Me.
I don't need that beat.
Okay.
Look. What you know about me? Southside, I'm the menace. In the studio trapping, I turn the booth to my kitchen. Killing my competition. Point them out, then I get them. You know the youngin' down the ride, all I need is a victim. Bars vivid as pictures, I turn the verse to a scripture. Now who's sicker? Nobody, nigga, bitch, I feel like a wizard. On the run from the quack cops, I swear I always get quicker. The flow I deliver is harder than a punch to the liver. Let's get it. Make it lock in the pot, I whip it. Break it down, bag it up, it's clicking. By any means, let's get this cream, I'm with it, I with it. You know I travel for the digits, they moving my pivot. I'm in that bando, yeah, that's that trap life. Smoke mics like I'm Pookie on a crack pipe. Menace gang, we the new CMB, this new jack and my team gon' eat. Now bow your head as I preach. Some niggas shoot it out, some niggas rumble. But this the life, nigga, welcome to the jungle. It's a struggle over here, we gotta hustle. The strong only survive and the weak get crumbled. I got the heart of a lion, the mind of a menace. And by any means, you know I'm gon' get it. Sky is the limit. I'm up there with the stars. I'm a young nigga up against all odds.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Southside Trey.
Come on, Southside.
Yeah.
And that's from, wait, you from the South Side?
I'm from the South Bronx.
Ooh, he's another
South
real
Bronx.
one.
These are real neighborhoods. Trust me, I lived in New York, and it is.
Where you lived at in New York?
I lived in the financial district.
Okay.
So, Metta, we started a trend on the show where we give our guests gifts, and we like to customize them for, who the person is. And
so what was the thought that went into this gift for Metta?
Well, we thought that he might have some anger issues and stuff like that. So this is meant to be very relaxing.
Nice, I like that.
And not that you have anger issues.
Not that you have anger issues,
but that you went out the way to change your name to bring peace to the world.
Right.
So now,
and
Can I
think
open
that,
it?
and I think
Yes.
this will continue on your journey of peace and love and
Nice.
and internal wellness. Just
it's
throw
not
that.
the paper.
Just
Oh,
throw
that's not it?
No, that's not the gift.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Nice.
So I got you a stress ball.
Nice.
This is peace.
So how do you use these? I've seen
When you're just getting irritated with somebody,
Irritated?
instead of punching them in the face, you just squeeze the ball, and it says peace on
that's
it.
why you ain't got no man, because you're always trying to squeeze somebody's balls.
Shut up. And the lavender oil, you just put that on like some pressure points, or just just spray it in the room, and
That's dope.
it's just
What's
a really nice, calm, relaxing
bowl?
scent.
Oh yeah, my singing bowl.
Singing bowl.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really appreciate nice sentimental gifts.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, I'm a Scorpio. We're very thoughtful.
Namaste. What's that word? Namaste.
Namaste.
To all
Namaste.
y'all.
but now we gonna go.
Thanks for listening.